Shocking upset. Raducanu blows match points against Krejcikova. What went wrong? A night of high drama. In tennis, a single point can carry the weight of destiny. On a tense night at the 2025 Career Open, the tennis world watched in disbelief as Emma Raducanu, Britain's comeback queen, stood on the brink of victory against Czech star Barbora Krejcikova, only to falter when it mattered most. Holding multiple match points, Raducanu had victory within her grasp. The crowd braced for celebration, British fans worldwide prepared to roar, but instead, shockwaves rippled through the stadium as Krejcikova clawed her way back, turning near defeat into a stunning victory. The final scoreline read Krejcikova def. Raducanu, but numbers told only part of the story. What truly gripped fans was the collapse of opportunity. The moment Raducanu lost control of a match that seemed hazed to win. This wasn't just another loss. It was a case study in pressure, psychology, and the razor-thin margins of elite tennis. Setting the stage, two players, two journeys. Emma Raducanu, a story of comebacks. Since her fairytale 2021 US Open triumph, Raducanu's career has been anything but smooth. Injuries, coaching changes, and confidence struggles plagued her journey. But 2025 saw sparks of the old magic return. She entered soul-refreshed, fitter, and determined to reclaim her place among the elite. For Raducanu, this match was more than a quarterfinal clash. It was a chance to prove to herself and the world that she was ready to fight with the best again. Barbora Krejcikova, the veteran warrior. On the opposite side stood Barbora Krejcikova, a former French Open champion, doubles maestro, and battle-tested warrior. Known for her tactical intelligence and calm under fire, Krejcikova had faced countless pressure moments across singles and doubles. For her, this was business as usual. For Raducanu, it was a test of nerve she had yet to fully conquer. The match, point by point. Set 1, Raducanu in control. From the start, Raducanu looked sharp. Her serve was reliable, her forehand aggressive, her footwork crisp. She dictated rallies, pushing Krejcikova wide and finishing with clean winners. The crowd sensed confidence. The scoreboard confirmed it. Raducanu took the first set 6-3, appearing in full command. Set 2, the turning tide. The second set was tighter. Krejcikova began to vary her pace, throwing in slices and angled shots to disrupt Raducanu's rhythm. Still, Raducanu held her nerve, saving break points and creating chances of her own. At 5-4, Raducanu earned 2 match points on Krejcikova's serve. The stadium leaned forward, expecting the final blow. On the first, Raducanu sprayed a forehand long. On the second, Krejcikova attacked the net, forcing an error. The moment passed. Krejcikova held, and the mood shifted. Soon, the Czech seized the tiebreak 7-5, leaving Raducanu stunned. Set 3, collapse and comeback. The final set was a rollercoaster. Raducanu, shaken, dropped her serve early. She fought back bravely, breaking Krejcikova twice. Yet every time she inched close, nerves resurfaced. At 5-3, serving for the match again, Raducanu had 2 more match points. Again, she faltered. Krejcikova, calm as ever, turned defense into offense, breaking back. From there, momentum belonged entirely to the Czech. She reeled off 4 straight games, sealing the match 3-6, 7-6, 5, 7-5. The crowd gasped. Raducanu covered her face with her towel. Krejcikova raised her arms, shaking her head in disbelief at the great escape. The anatomy of a collapse. So, what went wrong? Analysts pointed to a mix of mental, tactical, and physical factors. 1. The weight of match points. Match points aren't just points, they're crossroads. For Raducanu, each chance to close the match carried the ghosts of past struggles. Instead of swinging freely, she tightened up. Her shots lost depth. Her serves grew tentative. Sports psychologists note this as outcome thinking, focusing on the finish line instead of the process. 2. Krejcikova's experience. Krejcikova, by contrast, treated each match point as just another rally. She trusted her patterns, relied on her variety, and forced Raducanu to win it rather than handing it away. That calmness is the product of years in high-stakes battles. 3. Physical fatigue. Though Raducanu looked fit, her intensity dipped late in rallies. Slightly slower footwork allowed Krejcikova to dictate more in the third set. Even small physical drops can magnify under pressure. 4. Tactical hesitation. Early in the match, Raducanu was fearless, stepping into the court. On match points, she backed off, playing safer. Krejcikova sensed it and pounced, taking time away with aggressive play. Emotional fallout. Raducanu's reaction. In the post-match press conference, Raducanu struggled to contain her disappointment. I had my chances. I didn't take them. It hurts. It really hurts. I felt like I was right there, but I let it slip. She admitted the pressure weighed heavily. I think I started thinking about winning too much instead of just playing the point. That's something I need to learn. Krejcikova's reflection. Krejcikova was gracious in victory. Emma played amazing tennis. She was the better player for much of the match. I just tried to stay alive. Sometimes, tennis is crazy. You win when you're almost out. Fans and media reactions. Social media exploded after the match. British fans expressed heartbreak, calling it the one that got away. Czech fans celebrated Krejcikova's grit, praising her as unbreakable. Neutral fans marveled at the drama, calling it one of the year's most shocking collapses. Media headlines screamed, Raducanu crumbles on match points, The Guardian. Krejcikova steals victory from the brink, ESPN. Tennis heartbreak, Raducanu's painful lesson, BBC Sport. The psychological battle of tennis. Matches like this highlight why tennis is as much mental as physical. The ability to handle pressure moments separates champions from contenders. Serena Williams once said, the difference between winning and losing is just a few points, and how brave you are in them. Sports scientists note the role of cortisol and adrenaline, chemicals that spike under pressure, altering muscle coordination and decision-making. Raducanu faced the perfect storm. High expectations, recent struggles, and the weight of closing out against a veteran opponent. Historical parallels. Raducanu's collapse wasn't the first of its kind. Tennis history is filled with tales of squandered match points. Novotná vs. Graf, 1993 Wimbledon final. Novotná led 4-1 in the final set before collapsing. Roger Federer vs. Djokovic, 2019 Wimbledon final. Federer had 2 match points on his serve but lost in 5 sets. Serena Williams vs. Capriati, 2004 US Open. Serena had multiple chances, only to see the match slip away. These moments show that even the greatest players stumble under pressure. The key is what happens afterward. What this means for Raducanu. This defeat could be seen 2 ways. A crushing blow, another painful reminder of her inconsistency, fueling critics who doubt her staying power. A crucial lesson, a chance to confront her mental game, sharpen her tactics, and grow stronger for future battles. History suggests that many champions use heartbreak as fuel. Could this be Raducanu's turning point? For Krejcikova, a testament to grit. For Krejcikova, this win reaffirmed her identity as one of the toughest competitors on tour. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.